Before boarding his flight, a man noticed something strange. His flight number was 1015, the date was October 15th, and the departure time was exactly 10:15. Everything seemed like too much of a coincidence. However, seeing that the other passengers were acting normal, David pushed the thought aside. When he arrived at his seat, he found a tape recorder in the pocket of the seat in front of him. David immediately felt uneasy, especially when he heard the recorder playing a story about the tragic mystery of Flight 1015. Could it be about his own flight? He quickly put on the headphones, and to his shock, the recording seemed to perfectly match everything happening on the plane. The recording described the flight attendant performing the safety demonstration, and it mentioned that it was pouring rain outside. David lowered his window shade, and sure enough, it was pouring rain. The recording went on to say that the plane would crash in 1 hour. David wondered if it was a prank, since the captain's announcement sounded calm, with no sign of any impending disaster. But then, the recording mentioned that the plane would hit a bird at 10:21, just as the clock on the plane struck 10:21. To David's horror, the recording's prediction came true. In a panic, he ran to the bathroom and splashed cold water on his face, trying to calm himself. But if this wasn't a prank, everyone on the plane was doomed. David rushed back to his seat and asked a flight attendant if the plane had just collided with a bird. The flight attendant assured him that at this altitude, there was no way a bird could have been hit. After the flight attendant left, David began to doubt himself, wondering if he was just imagining things. He was the only one who felt the plane shake, while the other passengers didn't seem to notice anything. At that moment, a bearded man sitting behind him struck up a conversation. The man revealed that he was also a pilot and confirmed that the plane had indeed hit a bird. The reason no one else noticed was because the flight attendants would purposely keep it quiet to avoid causing panic. This conversation made David realize how serious the situation was. He listened carefully to the rest of the recording, which revealed that at 11:15, the captain would say, "Good night, New York," and then the plane would crash. It was now 10:31, leaving just 44 minutes until the crash. David wasn't willing to wait for disaster to strike, so he decided to take action to prevent it from happening.